Hey everyone, welcome back to PokeMarketLab. We're talking MSRP hunting hacks today. How can you leverage information to try to get Pokemon product at MSRP? Which brings me to today's video sponsor. Are you tired of going out to get Pokemon product at retail locations and just seeing empty shelves, and then you try to snag some online and it gets sold out in seconds? Well, look no further. Introducing today's video sponsor, Sleeved TCG, your new secret weapon in the hunt for Pokemon product. Their Discord gives you real-time stock alerts from online retailers and discussion channels devoted to news, trading, and everything else about the hobby that we love. Stop refreshing websites, stop driving store to store, let Sleeved TCG bring the information to you. Join their Discord now at no cost to you and catch them all without the chase. Link to their Discord in the description below. Thank you to Sleeved TCG. So with that, let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about here is X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. There's some great channels on there, some great users on there that post a lot of stocking information and alerts so you can try to snag product as it becomes available in stock here. This is not going to be as good as things like Sleeve TCG and some other notification services because they're not quite as quick. And obviously it's going out to the masses, right? So you're competing with everyone, but these are, I highly recommend following the accounts you see here. There's others too, if you can do some research, and then you can turn on notifications. So you get those alerts on your desktop or your phone. And you can try to snipe these products and try to get in quickly. And it is a mad dash. And one thing we're going to kind of delineate here is the process of getting product online versus in store. I have tried hunting product in store, but it's more opportunity based, meaning I happen to be in the area or happen to be in a store and swing by and try to pick up product. But to me, trying to drive around, hitting multiple stores, and then striking out, especially in these days, in this day and age, when the scalpers are doing this essentially full time, is just it's a waste of time and money. I'd much rather be here recording videos or doing something else that can generate some actual income instead of the hope and pray that I find something at retail. So again, these three accounts that you see here, I highly recommend them. Turn on notifications, and again, there's other ones out there as well. But again, this is really leveraging information and trying to capitalize on it. So I've done pretty well. It's getting much harder now with so many people, in the know, so to speak, as to what's going on in the Pokemon world, that everyone's kind of clamoring for the same product. But this definitely helps even the playing field. And then Facebook groups have been really, really good for a number of reasons. I'm just, the screenshots you see here are just a small sample of the buy, sell, trade, and information groups specific to states and even parts of states. I guarantee you that every single state in the U.S. has a Pokemon buy, sell, trade group, and probably multiple of them. And they're not necessarily stocking notifications, but you'll see a lot of information in these groups about, hey, this local Target stocks at this time, or this local game store has this information. So that's number one. Number two is they're actually great communities. So the state I live in, I'm a part of a couple of them in this state, and there's been great communities just sharing, hey, I look what I found today. Look what card I pulled. And that's part of the fun in this hobby, is the community, because it really is fantastic. It's always got, you always get some crappy human beings, but most of them, the vast majority of them, are really, really good people. So I urge you to, in part of keeping your ear to the ground, so to speak, join your local Pokemon group in your state, or even your section of your state, your area of your state. I guarantee you there's one that covers your area. And then just being a part of the community is it's really important to keep your ear to the ground. And then Reddit. Reddit's a big one. Pokemon TCG deals on Reddit here, like you see on the screenshot. This is a great one. Again, people will post deals that they find online. They'll post in stock notifications. It's one of the slower approaches. You're not getting down to the second information, but there's a lot of good investing information here too. Even, hey, these are the pack contents within these specific tins. That's really good information, because tins can be a great way to get older packs, but it's really important to know what you're going to get in those tins, and the picture of the tin doesn't necessarily tell you everything. So this, as well as Pokemon investing on Reddit, is a fantastic resource to again, just try to, especially if you're getting started. There's a lot of information on there. I've said this before, that it's a lot of the information that I try to convey is not it's not intelligence necessarily. It's more wisdom, having gone through it. So if you can do the same thing in reading and absorbing information through Reddit, and seeing other people's experiences, you can kind of take a few shortcuts here and there on the wisdom part of things. And like I've said before, if you're going to really do this, like any hobby, you have to sink your teeth into the information. That means not just going on YouTube and listening to this channel that tells you to just go out and buy this or go out and buy that. Make your own decision, and that means reading. That means absorbing multiple sources of information and making your own decision. If you're going to do this and do it right, that's really where the improvement over time is going to be. That and just experiencing the markets and their undulations over time. And then there are some other Discord groups online. There's a lot of them. I'm a part of a couple of them. Again, Sleeve TCG, sponsor of this video. If you're interested in getting access to a community, but also some really quick notifications, much quicker than anything you're going to find on X or Reddit or Facebook. But there's lots of other Discords as well out there. And a lot of them are just communities where people, again, can chat and share things and share deals and share polls and share information. And again, this is extremely important if you're going to do this. You're either going to experience things yourself and learn yourself, or you're going to have to go out and get that knowledge, as much knowledge as you can, and kind of form your own opinions based off that knowledge. So I really highly recommend. Discord is a great place. It's a website you can go in and just search different types of Discords and get in and just explore and see what's out there for information. There's lots of people out there with fantastic information. These people out there, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about the investing side of things. There are multiple disciplines within the Pokemon community. There's a whole discipline of PSA and grading cards and slabs. That's a whole separate discipline that is extremely intricate. And if you can leverage that, you can make some money, or at least save some money in the hobby. Same thing with sealed. It's a whole discipline, and same thing with singles, right? So if you can go in there, you can see some of the folks that really sink their teeth into certain things, and their knowledge is some folks have a wealth of knowledge that I can't even begin to compete with. And that's what you want. You want to surround yourself with people who know way more than you do, so that way you're always progressing. Another great resource, this is not necessarily a resource regarding stocking notifications or pricing notifications, but PokeBeach.com. This is, if you follow anyone online that's giving you Pokemon TCG information, it's coming from PokeBeach.com, almost always. So this is a fantastic way just to stay in the know about what's coming up from set standpoint, what types of products are releasing. Anything I compile news related like that is really being sourced from PokeBeach.com. I'm just kind of distilling that information into a video. So this is a great place. There's a community section as well where you can, a forum essentially, where you can discuss cards and play styles and everything. So another fantastic resource. Again, not necessarily pricing related, but this is, it's important to know what's going on in the market and what people want for cards, right? If you just look at price, if you just look at sealed, if you just look at single, you got to know what people want. If you're going to do this long term, you have to know what type of thing people want, right? Another great resource is justinbasil.com. As we get card previews, we can come in here and we can see a visual set list. It's always typically going to be in Japanese. Remember, we see Japanese previews before we get English previews. And so you can actually scroll through here and see what the set list looks like so far. So you can make a determination on what you think about the set. And I think you should make that on your own. I don't think you should go out and say, and necessarily look at all the opinions out in the market and everything. Just come in here. Does this look like a good set to you? And that could really help inform your purchasing decisions. If you think it looks good, if they're cards that you want, and there's lots of them, then there's a good chance that the market's going to agree with that. So that's it for our MSRP hunting hacks today. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Sleeve TCG. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you like what we're doing, give us a vote of confidence with your subscription if you don't mind. That's it. PokeMarketLab out.